Setting up IAM roles for AWS services requires you to understand permission requirements and manually configure roles for each service, which introduces delays and potential security misconfigurations. Role Manager addresses this by automatically creating IAM roles when you set up supported services in the console. When you create a Lambda function or configure Event Bridge, Role Manager creates a default role or reuses an existing one that matches the required permissions. You can inspect the AWS managed templates that Role Manager deploys and maintain full control over the roles it creates. You can enable or disable Role Manager at any time, and when you need to tighten permissions, you can use IAM Access Analyzer to refine each role to only the permissions it needs. Role Manager supports 6 AWS Service Consoles at launch and is available in all AWS regions except GovCloud US and China regions. You encountered a 404 error when attempting to access an AWS page, indicating the requested resource does not exist at the specified URL. To resolve this, you can navigate to the AWS homepage to find the correct service information you need. You should verify the URL for any typos or outdated links and retry your request with the corrected address. You can access AWS documentation directly to locate details about specific features or services. If you continue experiencing issues finding the information, you can contact AWS support for assistance in locating the correct resource or documentation page. Cluster administrators need flexibility to optimize Kubernetes deployments for specific workload requirements, but default control plane settings may not align with every use case. You can now configure parameters for Kubernetes control plane components including the scheduler, controller manager, and API server in Amazon EKS. You can configure scheduler and controller manager parameters to modify how your cluster operates. You can tune pod placement strategies for resource optimization by setting the scheduler's node resource fit strategy to most allocated to pack pods onto fewer nodes, or keep the default least allocated strategy when you need headroom. You can adjust horizontal pod auto-scaling response timing to match how quickly your workloads need to scale based on demand changes. You can set resource lifecycle parameters like event retention duration to control how long audit and diagnostic data persists. This capability is available in all AWS regions where Amazon EKS operates.